going on, everybody? It's your boy Dalvin, and we're back to you with another sneaker review. Today's sneaker review is probably the most iconic, the most versatile sneaker silhouette in the sneaker game. And this is going to be a modern take on that OG style. And we're gonna go ahead and review that today. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to like and subscribe and click the notification bell button. That way you can get a notification every single time I post a video similar to this. So without further ado, let's get right ahead into this video. So the sneaker we're gonna be reviewing is gonna be the Nike Air Force 107 Craft. And it's going to be a modern take on the original silhouette and the original Nike Air Force 107. Just a couple of history behind this sneaker is that it released in 1982, and it draws inspiration from the Nike Air Force Craft, the airplane that transported the president from place to place. So it is a symbol of American presidency and its power. So it draws its name from that it was the first basketball athletic sneaker to have Nike Air technology. So all these Jordans, all these sneakers, all these Air Maxes, this is the granddaddy of them all. We're gonna go ahead and start talking about some of the differences of this recently released version and take on that sneaker, and some of the similarities, what they kept the same, and what is my rating, what are some notes, and what are some things that I wanted to share regarding this sneaker, as well as some on feet and some B-rolls of this beauty. So let's get this started. So it goes by many names. It goes by the Cocaines, it goes by the Uptowns, it goes by the Air Force Ones. This iconic sneaker, some of the differences that it has from the OG is on the labeling. So we're gonna find difference in the labeling here. It's gonna be a different look to it. It's gonna be also nylon. It's not gonna be anything different in terms of the pull tab, but it's now a Nike, and it has Nike Air here on the side, but it looks different. The next change is going to be here. Usually Nike Air Force Ones come in a metal buckle, come with a metal buckle. This one comes with a plastic. If you listen, the pull tabs here in the back, you're gonna find this pull tab that was never there. It usually says Nike Air here, but it's gonna be a nice premium tumble leather tab. It's just a little slip of tab. And then we're gonna find on the back, we're gonna find the introduction. This is different. They're gonna find an introduction of a fuzzy yet soft suede in a gray color. I think it complements well, since this is white, this is gray, it's not too far away. It's not, it doesn't throw the sneaker off at all. And probably the two biggest differences is gonna be the quality of leather. If you can just look at that quality of that tumble leather, you just see it. It's right there. It's plush, it's soft, it's crisp. Look at how my finger just delves in it. Another big difference is going to be the inside. It is going to be lined with much softer lining. So this material is not as rough as the original one. It's going to be way softer, and it's going to be more cushioning inside of it. Some of the things that they kept the same is the shape. The overall shape of the sneaker remains the same. The overall silhouette and style of the sneaker remains the same. And the name is just a little bit different. But another thing that remains the same is the Nike Air inside. The Nike Air technology, as I said, it was first introduced, it's a very old technology, first introduced in 1982. So it's going for its third decade of this sneaker being introduced, and it is found inside of here. And we can't see it because it's covered, but there is air in between here that separates your foot from the ground. So it was the first time that technology or that idea came into the world, and it is here. It is still here. That's what remains the same. The outer sole is going to also remain the same. Some of the cons of the Nike Air Force One. Some of the cons is that because it's an all-white sneaker, it is prone to getting dirty. So there's just no way around that. One thing about this sneaker is that the more you beat it up, the more character it seems to get, to a certain extent. So just be mindful of where you walk. Obviously, they're sneakers, they're meant to be worn, but you want to make sure you give them longevity. Next con is the creasability, especially with this premium leather. It's definitely gonna crease. One of the solutions that I have is applying sneaker shields. It's just an insert. You can find them on a very discounted price, but it's gonna prevent you from having to buy more and more and more pairs of sneakers. Sneaker shields is gonna prevent it, or a sneaker protector that protects the toe box is gonna give your sneaker that look and that longevity, so that way it doesn't crease. So that's one solution to that problem. The next issue that I found with Air Force Ones are that they tend to be heavier. This one actually does have some weight to it. I'm gonna give it about a pound. It weighs about a pound on foot. We're gonna see how it fits. Another important thing is ventilation. It does have ventilation hose, but in my experience of owning Nike Air Force One, I don't know if it was the leather, I don't know if it was the inside, but it would hold the moisture of your feet, and the ventilation wouldn't be effective, and so when you take them off, you'll smell them. And I have Yeezys and I have Jordans, and that I can sweat in them all day, and they have great ventilation, and it's not an issue. But with these sneakers, I don't know if anybody can, sympathize with me, but they do smell. So we're gonna go ahead and try if they fix that on this new release. So my overall rating on this sneaker is a 9 out of 10. This is the highest that I've given a sneaker, just because it is so versatile. You cannot go wrong anything. You can dress this up, you can dress this down, you can dress this in any freaking way, and they'll still look good. I think you can even wear them naked and they'll still look good, because they're crisp, they're clean, they're iconic. This silhouette is amazing. So with that being said, this is one of the highest rated sneakers. But if you're a big fan of Nike Air Force One and you're always buying every year, I think this is a premium upgrade to that, because the leather is definitely better. The price tag is a bit higher, but I think it compensates for the quality, and it's not exactly the same, and there are some differences to it, to where the price is reasonable and justified. It was about time that we get a better leather on one of the most iconic sneakers of all time. But it has a high rating because I'm able to get this right now at Nike.com. I'm able to go online and find it at retail. If you know about sneakers, you know that if there's a lot of hype, it's really hard to get your hands on, and if you want to buy it, you're gonna have to shell out a bit extra bucks for them. This one is available. So with that all being said, this is a 9 out of 10. I'm going to show you some on feet, and I'm going to show you some B-rolls of the quality leather looks, because in person it is a different beast. You can't go wrong with Air Force One. So one of the highest ratings that I've ever given. My thoughts is I can't wait to try these bad boys on right now in the summertime. One last thing is that these are also rubberized metal. So it's metal and covered with a layer of rubber. So it's very nice. It's a very nice touch to these. If you're a big fan of Nike Air Force One, make sure to like and subscribe. Add any comments if you have any questions. Follow me on Instagram. And without further ado, have a blessed day. Thank you so much.